Lord, I'm in my pajamas, y'all. Pardon me. Pardon me. Apologies for the lateness of it all. And I pushed it back. And still, I'm thinking I'll put it at 11:30. I'm like, oh, it's 11:35. I'm like, it's 10:45. I digress. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's give your girl a minute to set up. Also, I have a puffy kid over here in the corner. Mom life, y'all. Mom life. We're going to get into this thing. Oh, let me and try to get through it. I said an hour and 45 at most, but really it didn't give that much. So if we could get through it in an hour, that would be great. I mean, hour 15. I don't know why. I'm sorry. My kid is huffy and I'm trying to not let it throw me off my square because he's whining and huffing and puffing in the background like he likes to do every now and again. I wanted to get some pictures of the reunion looks. I didn't really do such a great job of that. So maybe when we come back, I got some quick ones. I'll bring it up when we get to Jesus. When we do get to the reunion, we're going to do the finale first. But maybe next week when we do part 2 of the reunion, I will hopefully get some more reunion looks to bring up for you guys. Hey, Monique 69 Ways. We on here about to talk about this doggone show. I don't think you're watching anymore, but we're going to talk about it. So we got Love and Marriage DC season 3 episode, I say it's season 2B. Episode 11, Defensive Lie. That title's not correct. It's supposed to be Liebacker. I'll fix it later. And also part 1 of the reunion. Let's get right on into it. You are glad? Yeah. Shoot. And we got 2 more parts in the reunion, which this part of the reunion, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to take notes? Oh, it didn't even give that much anyway. And I think a lot of people had those feelings. I saw a lot of people saying that on Twitter, just solely based upon them, saying all this stuff all over social media about each other. It is getting to be a lot. Some people are saying that I hope they don't come back. I don't agree with that, but then there also have been various rumors as to Ashley not being invited back, which Carlos says that that's not true, but who knows? I brought up that live that the Petties were on Jamie and Arena's YouTube channel where they said that Ashley said a slur and that was the whole issue and that she basically hadn't been mic'd up since then. I didn't even check to see that to be true unless they just shot everything out of order. So I don't really know. But her, Winter, and to me, honestly, I know a lot of people don't like Ashley, but Ashley and Winter have kind of been giving you guys what you need. Well, I don't know if it's what you need, but they've been supplying the drama because Joy is not, we're not going to get into it. We're going to get into it. So we kind of pick up where we left off. Oh, let's not knock this stand over. We're at Irena's wig pop-up event talking about the whole throuple situation and Ashley finding it ironic that on their IG post, they are putting hashtag no sidekick when Carmen is laying in the bed in the bed with her bikini on with Clifton and Joy. Ciao. So she says she's not the only one that has brought it up, and she kind of throws Irena in there. And I think Irena was kind of bothered by that, but Irena has admitted to it before, so I don't understand what the big deal was about that. Said Ashley finds it weird that Carmen spends so much time with Clifton. Joy says, I think it was on her confessional, that at the beard oil launch, she learned the ladies were still on the whole throuple thing. Unpopular opinion, tend to agree with Carmen, who I am also really not a fan of. I don't know. Joy don't seem to diffuse it. It's like it's so easy to say like we're not a throuple. She might have. I think I do remember her saying it once, but a lot of times she just. I don't know. I feel like she kind of uses it to her benefit. What is going on here? Um, and then Carlos also. I'm trying to think if I had it in my notes. Carlos, well, yeah, I think it's in my notes. So Joy says to Carmen, "Oh, and you had your say." And Carmen's like, "Yeah, but you weren't there." And I said, they need to mind their business. And Irene in her confessional is like, "Girl, that is not what you said at the party." So they hit us with the flashback. And Carmen is way more vocal when Joy is not around. But, there we have it. And Carmen says, "I said that the same thing could be said for Quick and Ashley and her friend." But Ashley's like, "Yeah, but we never been laid up in the bed together." That part. So Ashley also brings up Carmen being Clifton's number 2 on Ready to Love, amongst other things. I tried to skim back on some of these notes, y'all, because I know I can be really, really thorough. And some of y'all are like, what are we even really doing here? What are we even doing here? We just came to get the quick version. You giving us the whole breakdown. Even really care about these people, but I done stuck beside it, so I'm going to finish out strong. So I said Carlos is really feeling Carmen because she has her own confessional yet again. And this is where I said I also watched Carlos's interview with Carmen. I think it was earlier in this week or last week on his channel, where she brought out her boyfriend. And now that surprised me. Said that Joy and Clifton knew she had a boyfriend. Also, Irena and Jamie knew she had a boyfriend. Nobody wanted her to clear the air on the show. Nobody wanted to have the boyfriend on the show. Whether this is fact or fiction, I don't really know. Carlos didn't seem to refute it. So I was like, interesting. And he's a New Yorker. So shout out to Ray. Carmen says that she has been Clifton's ride or die for some time now. And it's unfortunate that people can't see their platonic friendship. I used the word platonic, she did not, without it being slanderous. So Winter basically says, "Okay, so you guys are not a couple. Carmen doesn't like you guys saying it. Like, let's move on here." So the ladies are kind of attempting to move on, and Joy's face looks quite bothered. I was like, Ashley kind of turned it to her, like, "Is there anything else?" And she's like, So we move from the scene. We're over at the Silver residence where Ashley and Quick are kind of talking about her telling Winter that they've been disconnected lately. He's like, "No." She's like, "You just kind of want to fix everything instead of just listening and hearing her sometimes." And he's like, "Yeah, I can't fix everything, but I'm a damn sure try." And Ashley feels like he needs to communicate more, is the long and short of it. He needs to spend more time at home and he needs to communicate more. So last year he said that they'd vacation more and they've only been on vacation once in the year. So he says he's going to scale back and then he constantly is adding to his plate. In addition, he has all of these different ailments that nobody can pinpoint and it's causing stress on their relationship. Child, that is stress and doing too much, and y'all are too old to be ripping and running. That's one thing I cannot stand about age. Damn these grays and these little, lines on my face. It's the fact that I used to be able to push my body to do whatever I wanted to get it to do, and my body would do it. And once I got over 40 and the closer I got to, I'm 45, about to be 46 in June, my body just pushes back. We're either going to be sick, we're going to be shut down, something is going to happen. You're not going to push us back because your body's telling you, "I need the rest," and you're not giving me the rest. So Quick doing it, I think they might be a little bit older not older, a little bit younger than me, if not around the same age. You got to listen to your body. You got to give your body the rest, and you will have mysterious ailments. I don't know what is going on with my jaw right now. Mysterious ailments. So you kind of take the rest, or your body's going to take the rest for you. So she says that she hates being by herself all the time. Well, not all the time. I'm saying all the time. She hates being by herself with the other couples. Quick basically says, the life they live is not inexpensive. So I guess essentially that's why he works, even though on the reunion, not so much. So she says she feels like she can't express herself without him saying that he needs money, or him just kind of, essentially refuting what it is she's saying, and her feeling bad about saying it because he's talking about the daughter's dance classes being expensive and, the costumes, and, you know, dance parents know all about that. I was in dance when I was, I think, my junior high school years. So can't imagine how much my parents had to pay for that. Um, and then my oldest was in soccer, and Lord knows. Um, and what I did notice is she had her Fun Time Mom merch in the scene. She's got a Fun Time Mom t-shirt on. He's drinking from a Fun Time Mom mug. And I was like, okay, get that merch, get your business. We might not like the Silvers, but do your business. So anywho, she brings up therapy and he says, I'm not opposed to it. And I said, we shall see. In her confessional, Ashley's like, she cannot stay on this hamster wheel with the way things are going. And Quick says if she schedules it, he'll go. And I said, I sure hope so. But judging by the reunion, not so much. So Irina is planning Jamie's surprise retirement party. And LJ, that's Lil Jamie for y'all that don't know. I don't like to call Lil Jamie because he's a grown-ass man. But if I call him Jamie when you got the other Jamie, it's going to be confusing. So it's LJ. Stay with me here. He's helping out, and she asked him how his relationship is been with his dad since he retired because they were really getting into it. And he says it doesn't seem like Jamie has a lot of time to do anything with him, and he doesn't want to beg him or press him. So Raina's like, well, have you asked him? And Jamie, LJ, is like, no. She's like, well, do you ask him, like, hey, Dad, let's go to the movies? And he's like, I know y'all are busy. Well, then LJ says, when's the last time you, me, and my father have hung out? A year, he says. So Jason is gone. He's like, I'm the only one home, and it still seems like there's no time for me. I go to work and I come home, and Irina's like, I call BS. You're busy too. He says when he comes home, there is nothing to do, so he heads back out. And I can see both sides. As a parent, I totally get what she's saying. And I also kind of get, because it feels like he's reaching out to spend the time. Like, what I'm saying? He's asking for it, at least here in this scene. And she's kind of like brushing it off, but she's also brushing it off because as she gets into it a little further, there are times that he's asked and he says no. So I get from both sides. Yeah, I feel like they can kind of meet each other halfway. He has to ask a little bit more, and they got to say yes, vice versa. Just get the whole ball rolling. Everybody's got to do their part. It don't have to be a one-man show. So he says that they make time when Jason is home in the confessional. I'm like, ooh, child, LJ is the middle child. I still get it. Because Jason's the baby, Brittany's the oldest. Oh my God. Yeah, I totally get it. And Irina's like, well, just plan something. Don't wait for your dad to do it. What I said, they got to meet each other some ways. Jay, close my door. So she says, when they plan something with Jason when he's home, they ask LD, does he want to go? He says no, he's not in the mood. And he's like, I know you're going through your own things. And he's like, kind of saying like he's not going through that much. She's like, but you get in a bad mood. And then Jamie don't want to be bothered with your mood. And in his confessional, he's like, he's not the only one that's in a bad mood. Jason's mouth is worse than his. And he says he feels like he comes second. And I have in my notes, even though I see Irina's side, I think she should hear him out. It's tough. That middle one always going to give you the pushback. Mine's is not giving me pushback about the time, but I know I do need to do better with that. And he's older, so, he's a little more, I guess, willing to spend the time with the parents. Where I'm at with my middle is he's 15, so he's at that teenage age. So, child, he don't want to really be bothered with me, but we still need the time just the same. And I think that will kind of smooth things over in some areas. The middle child gets that cold child. Thank you to my parents for not making me a middle child because it was a consideration. We didn't do it. I digress. So Ashley's going shopping with Joy to pick out a look for Jamie's retirement party. And she says she wants to see Joy in a dress and not wearing no doggone black. And again, I'm a New York girly, so I loves me some black. So Joy looks like she's having fun, child. She's dancing around, giving us interpretive dance. These outfits is horrible. Okay, they bad. And I don't mean bad, meaning good, but they're having fun, having a nice time. Then they switch and start talking about the wig pop-up event. They're saying, everything was good until we got into the whole throuple, conversation. And then Ashley was in the hot seat in public enemy number one. Now, I don't know why Ashley took the hit for that one when she wasn't the only one. She probably was the most vocal, I guess, maybe is what it was. Because Arena also has said similar things. So in the confessional, Joy is saying that she likes to have fun with Ashley, but she's worried how long it will last because she has some concerns and some things that she really needs to get off her chest. So Ashley brings up like being confused because she was like, last time, we talked, I thought it was a dead issue. And then Joy kind of sparked it back up with the IG post with the hashtag no sidekick while she was away with Cliff, Tawn, and Carmen. So Joy's like, I like you, Ashley, but I love Carmen. No, I love Carmen and Clifton more than I like you. And I said, ouch. Which I get. She's known them longer. She hasn't known Carmen. Well, I guess she's known Carmen as long as she's not her husband. I'm going to leave it alone. So she said that there are things that she likes about Ashley, but seeing how she interacted with Clifton at the suite. And then we get that flashback. The suite is what changed things for you. Not at my house. Ashley says, and Carmen's like, yeah. If the issue was just between the two of them, then she could move forward. But, and I mean, I guess I'm going to agree because I was going to say, I don't know that. Could I like anybody more than my husband? I guess my best friend, it depends on the timing of the situation, but I guess my best friend. Then again, my best friend would never force me to choose. Although the husband might make you. Child, we're gonna move on because I'll be going to places in my brain and then I work it out on here. And sometimes it makes sense, and sometimes it don't make sense. And this is my first reaction, so sometimes I say something and like Dr. Heavenly, I gotta take it back in the next recap because yeah. So Ashley feels like when Joy gets around people that the stories change and stuff gets confused and Joy disagrees, and I don't know if that's necessarily the case either. But I'm seeing it from the outside looking in, and I can't see everything that they're seeing and going through on the show. But if Joy says no, I'm gonna go with what Joy's saying. Ashley feels blindsided, and she says so in her confessional. And at the present, she asked Joy, like, so where are we now? Child, they get into an argument. I got so confused. I didn't even really get her clear answer to the question of where they are now, but they are nowhere. It's the long and short of it. They get into an argument. Ashley wishes them the best of luck. Joy basically like, I don't need that. And she's like, and and some fashion sense. Like she needs that. She did just little jabs. And Ashley says that Joy has flip-flop in the last 2 days. And I mean, to me, well, I'm gonna get it. That just gave Joy the point on one. Now I'm giving Ashley the point on this one. To me, from what we've seen, it does look like Joy is the one that flipped the script. Now, again, in that YouTube with Irena and Jamie, she did make it seem like Ashley was the one to flip. I don't know. I could just go by what we've seen. I'm an Ashley. I'm not a mean girl, but I rocks for Ashley, but when Ashley's wrong, I can't side with her. But I do feel like Joy is the one that flipped it in this situation. I don't know whether she just wanted to put it out there and just be honest or what exactly the situation was. Well, we kind of get into it a little bit later, but I agree with Ashley on that one. And then they just went back and forth, child. They was throwing jabs about how Joy has only known Carmen a short amount of time, and we're talking about Ashley's best friend. And I didn't even take notes about the little minutia of the argument because I was like, I can't do this ping pong match between the two of them. So in her confessional, Joy says that she doesn't know that they can move on from this, and they can't. They cannot, and they have not, because here we are these years later, and they are still, they are still over it, y'all. Hold on. I situated one child, and let me situate the other. I don't even know why both of them are up at this point, but they like to, especially my little one, enjoy the times like this when he does get to stay up, because during the school week it's absolute no. All right. He may come back in here. He may not. So it is the night of Jamie's retirement party, and Irena is all dolled up in her mirror globe disco ball suit. I'm just kidding. It was kind of cute. It was different. Irena's always giving us the fashions. Her and Ashley are the fashion girlies. Winter be on the struggle bus. Joy, I understand Joy a little bit because since the panorama, your girl does like comfort. I do love some sneakers. I used to be a fashion girly myself. So, yeah. But them two is back there, and Ashley and Raina is up here. So the decor is kind of cute. It's simplistic, not too much, just enough. And that food looks good, baby, because you know your girl's always looking at the food. And the folks start to, pour in. We got Sharella in black. We see Yusha and Winter. Ashley and Quick come in, and in her confessional, Ashley says she has no idea what she's in for because when the group likes to get together, it's gonna be the drama. And oh baby, yikes. We did pretty good. Before we even get to the end of it, we did pretty good for Jamie's surprise retirement party. Light on the drama, not much drama at all, if any. So when Irena says that Joy is performing, of course, we're gonna get a few comments from Ashley, and Winter is like, I thought everybody was good. And Ashley's like, what did she say? We were up until a few days ago. And then she proceeds to tell them what happened when she and Joy went to pick out this outfit for the party. And then we actually, cut to the scene so we could see it all over again. I'm not going to rehash it because we just talked about it a minute ago. And then Ashley says that she suggested that, they basically be cordial, but Joy is the one that said she wanted to move forward with the friendship. And so here we are. So Irena is like, I'm so confused. We were too. Irena, Carmen offers some clarity in a moment, and Irena didn't like that either. So Jamie shows up. He's got Mama T, Jason, and Brittany. He didn't know what he's in for, so he's surprised. I mean, he did look genuinely surprised, but it's like, I know he knew that they were filming. Maybe he knew it was something, but he didn't know what it was because he had to get dressed up. And he said she gave him a location. So anyway, so he gets like a little award, and his mom and dad are there, and he's tearing up. I mean, I'm tearing up. And his kids get up there and they say a few positive words, but he looks really, really moved when LJ thanks him for saving him and tells him he loves him. And I was like, it's just a little thug tear, y'all. I'd be so happy for moments between parents and kids where they can kind of like come together in that moment, because it's rough. It's rough out here. Okay. In the confessional, he says that he hopes that he has more time for him. That's LJ in regards to his dad. And then Jamie tears up talking about, always promising to make it back home to his family. And by God, he has done it. Okay. And he is all retired. And then, baby, all of a sudden, Al B. Shore popped up. And I was like, it's Al be freaking sure. So Irena says she had put a picture of I'll be sure and Jason side by side on IG. Irena, baby, why? Yes, but then again, no. And she says that they have been fast friends ever since. So I'm like, okay, so now we have I'll be sure. Like, why do we even need Joy? But it looks like he just says a few kind words about Jamie and he only saying nothing. And I was like, child, I guess. I'll be sure without, a little girl, something. Give me something. Give me a little something. I'll be okay. Because your girls from that generation. So we find out that Clifton can't make it. He's had a family emergency, but Joy shows up solo dolo, and she says she just loves the Tylers so very much. And this is her first time doing a roast, and it's going to be a singing roast. And she had mentioned that in one of the other episodes, and I was like, girl, what you mean by roast? So she gets up there, and it's more like a rapping roast, and girl, it is horrible. Sharella's face, baby, and Ashley's like, oh, this is horrible, like out loud in the open. Ashley, girl. So, yikes, I don't know. But Irena's dancing a little bit, and I was like, girl, okay, I guess. So in the confessional, Jamie said Joy is a beast. Jamie, were we watching the same thing, homeboy? I mean, okay, go up for your friend. And Irena said that even though there were haters in the audience, Joy did well. Again, go off for your friend, girl. Go off. So I said, baby, the delusion of it all. So Yusha says, it was kind of good. And Winter's like giving him the side eye and is a little annoyed in her confessional. Now, speaking of being annoyed, Ashley is annoyed because Quick has to leave again, dash off early somewhere else as he normally does, because Winter is like, she's making mention of it in her confessional how Quick is always either not coming, leaving early, and Ashley's over it, she needs her husband, all of the things. So Joy comes over and says her goodbyes, and it's all eye rolls from Ashley. No sooner than Joy leaves that Carmen pops up and like, where's Joy? She said she had to go to Ashley's like, that's because she doesn't like me anymore. I be feeling like Ashley, grow up sometimes, girl. Just grow up just a little bit. Still a baby, okay? And then she explains for the second time in the episode. I mean, we saw it live and in living color first time. Now this is the second time in the episode in the same party that they went shopping. They got into an argument. Ashley says, we were playing around. And then all of a sudden, I had a great time. Child, hold on. I need to take a drink of a little bit of water. I need to be having my music ready. So I don't have to give you guys dead air and awkward pauses. Let's hit you with that for a few minutes. Something stuck in my throat. Okay, y'all. I had some coffee. Your girl had some coffee. I don't know that it did anything, but I really wanted to do the finale, take a quick pause, do part 1 of the reunion. And whilst I was doing part 1 of the reunion, have a little sipperization. But I'll be too tired. I'll be too tired, y'all. I had to take that coffee. Like I said, I don't think that coffee is gonna make me stay awake, but I needed it, and I wanted to get this done and out of the way and over with, because we have 2 more, and then we're gonna move on with life. And also, I contemplated on doing Sunday, but I did DR from Detroit last night and kept this on Saturday so I could leave Sunday open, because I'm doing a panel on English channel 2 times on Sunday. So I said, let me just make it so I don't have anything to do, that I don't need to be trying to rush around and get ready for anything else, that I could kind of just give it that, do my dinner, hang out with my kids, try and get to the gym. TBD. Look, I'll get back to you on that one. So back to these notes, y'all. Back to these notes. So Ashley's saying, they were having a great time, they were dancing around, and then she came back and told her that my love for Clifton and Carmen is more than my like for you. I mean, Ashley is in her actress bag, okay? Did you see her little headshots over on IG? Okay. She's giving you actor, okay? So Sharella asked Carmen, she's like, so are you Joy's best friend or no? And Carmen's like, no. And Irena's like, well, Joy considers you as a best friend. Irena didn't like that 1 minute. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her because I think Irena says it in a minute. Like, you waited till Joy got good and gone to start talking the shit. And I would have clocked that too, because that would show me what type of relationship I can have with you in the future. So Carmen says, listen, her and Clifton are really good friends. And out of respect, she's friends with Joy. And Carmen says, she is not okay with her not being friends with Sharella for no reason and not having a conversation with Black. She doesn't believe in some of her ways, some of the ways that Joy moves. That's a conversation. If you're really somebody's friend, that's a conversation for your friend and not for the general public. Praise in public, all the rest of the stuff in private, right? So she's like, I have her back until she's wrong and she doesn't take accountability for things. I agree with her on that one, but luckily for Joy, Ashley doesn't take accountability either. So it's like, which is the lesser of the two evils? So she kind of, gets over in that aspect, and that's why people can kind of swing on Ashley harder, because Joy's calm and she's quiet and she's under the radar. That's why I said she's giving me she's very much Ashley and giving me secret mean girl myself, but we got to go with the obvious. So Carmen thinks, this is where we get a little clarity, that Joy thinks that the argument with Joy, she started with Ashley as a result of her not finishing the conversation that they were having at Irena's wig pop-up event, at which Joy said nothing. Ashley asked her, is there anything else? I told you, and Joy was kind of like, but she didn't say nothing. So she was bothered. And I get it, because I'm very slow to process things and I think about things after the fact. That's why I'm a very swing first, ask questions later. Growing out of that, don't really swing because I don't really fight. But just my brain doesn't always process as quickly as I would like it to with that snappy comeback. Now, my best friend, that's one thing I've always admired about her. She is very quick with it, very quick with the comeback. I don't have that gift. So I get it. So she probably went home and sat on it, pissed her off. And so instead of just calling her up, texting her, getting it out that way, she started an argument. As she didn't just intentionally start the argument. They were having fun, but when Ashley started to get into the conversation, I think she saw her way to say what she had to say, So in the confessional arena, like, she does not appreciate Carmen throwing Joy under the bus while she is not there, and feels like she was doing some backstab. And like I said, if you'll do it to her, what will you do to me? That's why Carmen is over there with them and Irena's over there with them. So everybody's like having a good time, and then we're winding up. This is the end. Your girl done got through it in 35 minutes. This is the end. We are wrapping up the finale. So Black says that their next chapter is touching the world with their creativity. He's going to put out some music, and his wife is getting back to fitness. Yay. Winter says one of the greatest things she's learned about herself is that love allows her to be free flowing and willing to just go along with the flow. Winter, what are we even talking about? What are we even talking about? It's so funny. I wrote that in my notes. She says that she wants to be intentional about her and Yusha, because he's sitting there with her in the confessional, and she doesn't want to miss or skip any steps. But if she gives them time to make decisions about the future, they can get to the right decision. Hey, Candy Love. It's okay, girl. It's okay. It's all right. Yes, because Winter, she's going with the flow. She's going along to get along, baby. So that's her little spiel. So now we done been through the Duncans, we done been through Yushen Winter. This year was not good for love and marriage. The negative is being around people who don't know who they are. Now, this is Ashley speaking, you guys. She doesn't do liars. You can call me a mean girl, but you can't call me a liar. Professionally, things are amazing. And when it comes to her marriage, she wants to get to a better place. She wants to spend more time with her husband. And if Quick goes to therapy, that will be the highlight of her year. And that's really sad because we're going to talk about it in the reunion. And the reunion, well, let's not say that. The reunion was taped back then. So the reunion was accurate for that time period. So now I don't know, fast forward to now where we are now, if he is also not going to therapy now. But as of the reunion, it's a no. Girl, I said I needed a drink. But if I have a drink, I'm going to go to sleep. I had to have some coffee. I'm sipping on some water because something getting stuck in my throat. And we're going to get through this finale because the finale didn't give as much. Neither did part one of the reunions. We're going to get through this finale. Got like another minute. I'm going to take a quick little pause for the cause and then get into the reunion. So Jamie says it was a great year for the Tylers. Irena says that we were very vulnerable, especially Jamie. Jamie opened up a lot this year. They got some new friends, and they've been hanging out a lot. She says they have a better relationship with Winter, surprisingly. Not in the present tense. And the future for the Tylers is brighter than ever. They're at peace right now. And a good place. And Jamie says that the sex life is picking up. So, I mean, there it is. The end. Love and Marriage DC. Season 2, B3, episode 11, Defensive Linebacker. There you have it. The finale. Did it give? Not so much. Did I give? I hope so. That's the problem I had last time with Bold and Bougie. It did not pick up both. And so since I had that happen, I said, we're not going to play these games, although I can actually watch it on the OWN app. Yes. I am going to take a quick little pause right here, like quick little pause for the people. You can get a drink. You can take a bathroom break. I'm going to take a drink. I'm going to put the music on. And then we're going to come back and hit the reunion. Like I said, I wish I could have gotten more pictures for the reunion, but maybe next time. So, yeah. And then this way, I can probably chop this live up and give y'all that don't want to watch the whole thing full through finale and reunion. So we'll see. You want to stay right here? Okay, boom. Let's pause for the cause really. Give you boys a little music. Something like that. I'll just do. Come back for you. Not my computer freezing. Like the video, you guys. Give your girl one quick second.